Jamal Niaz here with Tasha Jonas. Massive fight night here in Liverpool ahead on Saturday. Unifying the divisions. Last time I saw you, the news broke as soon as I left the gym. So I wish you could have given us an exclusive when we were at the gym. But no, we're really excited for this. And Ben was fanboying on stage there, weren't he? How excited are you for this occasion?
Yeah, it's a massive occasion. I said to Ben, you know, go and get me another champion. If ranking's not working, go and get me another champion, and he has. And hats off to him. Everything that he's ever said and promised that he'll do, he's done. And I've only ever wanted to feel supported, valued, and the A side, and I feel like that with Boxer. So, like I say, the greatest of respects to Ben. Everything that he said, he's done, and you know, I've just got to keep doing my part.
Is that a vast distinction to what was the case at Matchroom? Because obviously, when the Katie Taylor fight happened, is that what you're saying there, that you never quite felt like the A side on the Matchroom cards?
Yeah, I don't want to slag Matchroom. I had very good nights, like the Katie Taylor fight, like the Terry Harper fight, and you know, signed with them when I first started. So I don't want to be slagging them at any way. But yeah, I was always going to be the B person. I was always going to be not the A side, no matter who I fought. Especially if it was someone that was already connected with them. So, you know, I did make that move, and it was a tough decision to make because I was half saying goodbye to some fights that I really did want. But I'm so glad I made that change, and it looks like it's worked out for me anyway.
There's a clear path for you after this fight, not to look past it, but the ranking fight was discussed, as you mentioned before this. Obviously, she's going with the Terry Harper fight in the not too distant future. Is that something that entices you, that excites you, that it's not just this unification fight, you're looking to unify the whole division?
Yeah, I think any division, to be honest. Like, I've come up, so I would like to eventually go back down, and it just opens up doors and gives me options. And I think for a long time I was a lot of risk and no reward, and no one was willing to take the risk, so my options were very few and far between. And now, when you've got a belt, you are a risk, but you've got a reward. So it opens a lot of doors for you, whether that's going back down, whether that's unifying, whether that's being undisputed at this weight. So yeah, like I say, I will never ever look past who I've got in front of me. But you know, when that happens, I've got options, and that's all I've ever wanted.
How do your motivations heading into this one compare to that first taste of world title glory? Because that was something that you've been itching to attain. You've attained it now, but this is a different world title, so it's still, I'm guessing, a similar itch, but it can't really compare surely to that first victory for yourself.
No, I do. It does. I think, to be honest, if I'm honest, I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders, because you're trying to prove to everybody else that yeah, I am good enough, and yeah, I am world level, but you haven't got that world belt to prove it. Now that I've got that, it's like, right, I've done that now, that's ticked off the list. And what were my options then? And the options was to go for another belt, and I feel like comfortable in knowing like I belong here, I belong at this level, and I've got what I wanted, which was the world title. Now everything else is a bonus, so I feel like all the pressure's off.
Dangerous opponent for yourself on Saturday. What do you expect in there on Saturday night?
I expect 10 long, hard rounds. That's what I train for. You know, I don't train 10, 12 weeks for nothing. I make them hard, and Joe makes them purposely hard on purpose, because when the hard in training, that prepares you for the fight night when it's going to be just as tough, but there's going to be pressure on it as well. So, I know how good she has been as an amateur. I know how good she's improved, how much she's improved as a pro. And I'm going to be imposing my strengths as well as working on her weaknesses.
Savannah and Clarissa as well next week. Massive card. I'm sure that you'll love to be a part of an all-women's card down the line as well, spearheading that aspect of the sport as well. What do you make of the matchup, and who do you see coming out on top?
For me, I think Sav wins by stoppage. But what I will say is that I do think that Clarissa will be winning. She'll come out, she's going to win the round, she's going to be fast, she's going to be explosive, she's going to be using combinations, and we all know that Sav takes a little while to warm into the fight and to warm up to it. So I do think Clarissa might be winning the rounds, but then eventually Sav's going to land, and we all know what happens when she does, and people don't get back up. So that's the way I see it personally.
Tasha, I really appreciate your time. I know it's been a long day, so I'm gonna let you go. Best of luck on Saturday.
Nice one, thank you. Cheers.